What's up, addicts? Welcome to the Fantasy Addiction Network. In this video, we are going to be taking a peek at what we expect from T.Y. Hilton heading into 2020, giving you guys a fantasy outlook for him. Hit that like and subscribe button for more videos like this, but not going to waste any more time. Let's get started right away. So T.Y. Hilton had a bit of a disappointing season last year. Misses a total of 6 games, 5 to a calf tear and 1 to a quadriceps strain, and also had to deal with jumping down from playing with Andrew Luck to going to Jacoby Brissett, who was nowhere near as efficient deep down the field and just overall not as good of a quarterback. Like, there's no nice way of saying that, I guess. But T.Y. Hilton finishes the year very disappointingly 45 receptions, 501 receiving yards, still had a respectable 5 touchdowns in the 10 games that he played. Finished as the 32nd best receiver with 188.3 fantasy points, but still averaging a wide receiver 1 points per game with 15.7. And that's the important takeaway that I want you guys to remember as we go on. But even with Jacoby Brissett, he was averaging a wide receiver 1 finish at the end of the year. Now, he had a pretty bad string of games towards the end there, but towards the beginning of the season when Jacoby Brissett had confidence, was actually playing well, and T.Y. Hilton was healthy, we saw multiple 20-point games and a couple other games where pretty close to that. And then towards the end of the season, things just got disgusting for the Colts. So what can we expect then? Heading into a season where Jacoby Brissett is now the backup and Philip Rivers comes into play. Philip Rivers has always been known for favoring one guy in the receiver core. Keenan Allen has been his main target for a while. And Keenan Allen plays a lot of plays in the slot. So I am bullish on Paris Campbell, but I think that T.Y. Hilton is going to quickly be able to take the role of the Keenan Allen for Philip Rivers in this offense. Now, we're not expecting the pass volume to be the same in Indianapolis as it was in Los Angeles. But Philip Rivers was actually still pretty accurate last year, even though he was throwing a lot of interceptions. As we said in the Philip Rivers video, a lot of that we feel has to do with the frustration that he had just surrounding everything that happened recently to his team. And I personally wouldn't want to be a quarterback playing under Dean Spanos either. So, what does that mean from a metrics perspective? How can we try to project this into 2020? So last year, in the games that he played, T.Y. Hilton had a 24.6% target share, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that Paris Campbell was dealing with injuries and Michael Pittman wasn't there, so the talent around T.Y. Hilton was not as good. So we're expecting this target share to actually go down a little bit. Should be closer to like 20%. His yards per reception dropped massively from 16.7 in 2018 all the way down to 11.1, and his yards per target dropped from 10.6 to 7.3. So those are pretty disgusting numbers to see how far that drop happened. But again, I'm contending that that had far more to do with Jacoby Brissett than it did with T.Y. Hilton. His target quality rating was 5.7, which is 56 in the NFL, and his target accuracy was below 7 at 51st. His drop rate was it was mediocre, 4.3%. But overall, I do think that T.Y. Hilton still has another good year or two left in him. He is entering his year 31 season, and he does have a pretty steady stream of injuries adding up. But where he's going right now, I've seen him go as late as the 7th round. There is still massive upside. Philip Rivers is still a decent deep ball thrower. He attempted 33 more deep ball attempts last year than Jacoby Brissett, and that is where T.Y. Hilton has always been the most dangerous, is deep down the field. So if he and T.Y. Hilton are able to get onto the same page, T.Y. Hilton still has a wide receiver 1 in his range of outcomes, and he's getting drafted so tremendously late. Incredible upside here from T.Y. Hilton. Right now we have him projected for 77 receptions, 1,025 receiving yards, and 7 total touchdowns. That would put him at 220 fantasy points. But it wouldn't be that surprising to see this jump up to 80 receptions, 1,200 yards, and 10 touchdowns. I mean, last year he had 5 touchdowns in 10 games. So, and that was with Jacoby Brissett. Might take a little while for Michael Pittman to get acclimated to this offense. We don't know how much Philip Rivers is going to click with Paris Campbell. Eric Ebron is gone, so T.Y. Hilton should be the main target in the red zone. This could be a really good year, a really good swan song for T.Y. Hilton. And I'm pretty excited about what he can do for fantasy. He might just get hurt again, but if you're able to get him in the 6th, 7th round, then it's worth the risk to me. Definitely a guy I'm going to be targeting later on. And part of the reason why it makes so much sense to target running back so early is because you can get discounts on guys like T.Y. Hilton later in the draft who could potentially be a wide receiver 1 that you paid like a wide receiver 4 price for. But that is our take on T.Y. Hilton. What say you guys? Do you think Michael Pittman is going to take over right away? Do you think Paris Campbell is a sneaky play? Or is nobody really going to be valuable in this system? Let me know if you disagree, or let me know if you agree, and we'll have that debate. But appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if there's any other guys on the Colts you want me to do a video on. We're going to continue down the line and continue releasing videos for all 32 NFL teams as the summer goes on. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video.